Hello students, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am your English teacher. Today we are going to read another poem from your English course book. Let's find it out which poem it is. Lesson number 14, The Brook. Ponder. Name the following sources of water. You have been provided with pictures of some water sources. You see? And in the box you are given the name sea, lake, pond, river, waterfall. You have to identify the water sources and give the name properly. Did you know? While nearly 70% of the world is covered by water, only 2.5% of it is fresh. The rest is saline and ocean-based. Even that, just 1% of our fresh water is easily accessible, with much of it trapped in glacier and snowfields. Have you ever seen a brook, a river, or a sea? Do you know what differentiates them? Discuss. Alfred Tennyson's 1892 was a poet laureate of Great Britain and Ireland during Queen Victoria's reign. He began to write poetry at an early age. See, this poem, The Brook, is written by Alfred Tennyson, who was a poet laureate, Great Britain and Ireland during Queen Victoria's reign. Okay, let's read the poem. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. I wind about and in and out, with here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling. I still by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel covers, I move the sweet forget-me-not that grow for happy lovers. I slid, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my skimming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. I murmur under moon and stars in bramley wilderness. I linger by my shingly bars, I loiter round my crevices. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Let's check out the word meanings. Crevice, a type of plant. Bar, bank. Bank of the river or the brook. Singly, covered with small rounded pebbles. Brambly, full of prickly vine or shrubs. Shallows, an area of sea, a lake or a river where the water is not very deep. Netted, trapped. Skimming, passing over a surface, nearly or lightly touching it in the process. Gloomed, to have a gloomy look. Forget-me-not, a type of flower. Covers, here forest. Grayling, a freshwater fish. Trout, a freshwater fish. Lusty, big. Blossomed, a flower or a bunch of flowers. brimming, fill or be full to the point of overflowing. Now let's read the poem again. I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. Her man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. I went about and in and out, with here a blossom selling, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel covers, I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. I slift, I slide, I gloom, I glance, among my skimming swallows, I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. I murmur under moon and stars, in brambly wildernesses, I linger by my shingly bars, I loiter round my crevices. And out again I cough and flow, to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Make a model of a river flowing down to the sea using thermocol and chart paper. Once your model is ready, give a presentation on the journey of the river to the sea. You can draw this on a chart paper and level it. Practice comprehension. Answer this question with reference to the context. I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Who is the speaker? How does it chatter? What is the destination of the speaker? I wind about in and out, with here a blossom selling, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling. Who is I? What does wind about mean? What is found here and there? I murmur under moon and stars, in brambly wildernesses. I linger by my shingly bars. I loiter round my crevices. What effect does the moon have on the brook? Pick out two words from the given lines, which tell us that the brook has slowed down. What is the rhyme scheme of this stanza? Answer these questions. What are the things that can be found in the flowing water? When is the brook especially noisy? Is the flow of the brook the same all the way? How does it change? What effect do the stars have on the brook? Explain netted sunbeams. Do you think the brook represents life? Give reasons. Why does the word chatter been repeated twice? Discuss. Perfect poetry appreciation. Movement words, alliterations. Fly, fleet, walk, scramble are a few words that describe movements. Pick out words from the poem which are used to describe movements. 9 naughty nieces. All the words begin with the same letter. This is known as alliteration. Alliterations is the repetitions of a letter or sound at the beginning of words in a sentence. Give instances of alliteration from the poem. Performed extension. Learn the poem by heart, then recite it using rhythm and expressions. Now let me summarize the poem for you. This poem, The Brook, written by Alfred Tennyson, describes the journey of a stream from its place of origin to the river that it joins. It is written in the form of an autobiography, where the brook is the speaker and it relates its experience as it flows towards the river. The brook represents the life of a man. After joining the river, it becomes quite peaceful and flows quietly. Similarly, after becoming mature, a man also becomes calmer and more composed. In spite of the similarities between man and the brook, there is one stark dissimilarity also, which the brook keeps telling the readers frequently in the refrain, "For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever." This refrain contrasts man's mortal existence with the brook's immortal life. The brook is immortal, while the man lives for a short period of time on this earth. The brook is the speaker. It chatters as it flows over the stones. The destination of the speaker is the brimming river. The brook wants to join the river. Fish like trouts and graylings can be found here and there in the brook. The brook quietens under the moon. Two words which tell us that the brook has slowed down are linger and loiter. The rhyme scheme of the stanzas is Edi Edi. Flowers, leaves, and fish can be found in the flowing water. The brook is especially noisy at the start of its journey. The flow of the brook is not the same all the way, though. It changes from being noisy to quiet and from fast to slow. Netted beams is the pattern made by the sunlight as it passes through leaves and falls on the water. The brook seems to quieten down and become less noisy as its journey progressed and continues. The brook represents life because it changes as it flows along. The poem is in the form of an autobiography. That means the speaker, that is the brook, kind of relates its experience, its journey of life as it flows towards the river. The river is the journey, the destiny. The lifespan of the brook is much longer. It is just like an immortal. The life of the brooks is immortal. They have the immortality compared to the transient human life. Man cannot outlive a brook. That's why the brook says, "For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever." The brook continues to flow towards river, but man will die and go away from this world, and they may come again and live their short span of life, and after they expire their lifespan, they will go away again from this earth. But The brook continued to flow towards the river. As always,